but it's going to be Cash. It's best of 2. It starts with Cash. And then we move on to Matthew. What did you say the second map was? I think it's Mirage.
I believe that's correct. We talked about so many things for so long that I don't remember
Overpass,
now.
So it's
yeah, Overpass, that's right.
Overpass.
That's another point I wanted to actually talk about, that we're going to see one of the least played maps in the 7-map pool as it is.
I think Overpass,
in a group stage.
I think Hellraisers can pick that up. I'm not going to lie.
Well, they said that on the desk too.
Yep. I think Fnatic, this will be an open shut case with them on Cash. I think it's one of the maps they famously played when they were first starting the team. We interviewed them, of course, and they're saying they're playing Cash. Dust 2, bit of Cobble, and then they're kind of working everything else into it. Overpass is a map where it takes a lot more tactical depth in terms of actually getting the map control as a whole. The defaults have to come in, but you need those executions as well to actually finish it off. And I think obviously Fnatic will know how to play the map. I'm not speculating that. I just feel like they won't be potentially maybe as strong as Hellraisers. They've picked that map. They maybe have got a little pocket pick there going forward. But we'll see. Let's get Cash out of the way first. This is Fnatic's pick. Let's just talk about the map as a whole overall. It's one of the maps I like to cast the most because the CTs have so many options in terms of how they're going to set up and towards the start of the round, whether they want to go aggressive, whether they want to be boosting players towards middle, stacking a particular area of the map. I really like the approach, the creativity you can have as the in-game leader on the CT side. Terrorist round is normally around those defaults I discussed before, but you have lots of options there as well to do set pieces from the start of the round. You can do rushes, you can go for fast mid control, and for me it's a really cool balanced map in that sense. That's why I like it a lot. You have a lot of control of the style you want to bring to the table. That's Cash for me is my favorite map.
It is your favorite map, I know.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. You're right. I like on the CT side that there is things that you can do. You don't feel locked down. You don't feel like you're just bored watching an angle. You can rotate. Playing the highway position as a rifler is so fun because you can slip in behind smokes at forklift. You can rotate in to cover off A. You can play toward mid. You get to basically control the round if you're going to play retakes or assertive to shut them down. It's a pretty fun position. That said, what do you think about the radar that we have this weekend?
This isn't the new one, is it?
This is it.
I thought it was the new one had all the blue and stuff on it. This might be the default one.
Maybe this is. I don't know. It looks prettier than
it might do. I couldn't tell you. Let's just notice each other. When I see that new one, I assume it to be like the one that has like the light blue and all over it. It's kind of got a solid background as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We were discussing this earlier today. I don't know if this is the 100% new one or not, or if this is something that they put together.
With the new ones there, it's like more HD,
well, but this,
right?
yeah, but the cool thing about this one is, unlike the previous radar that we were using, you can actually see which player we're on, and the numbers are more defined. So I don't know if this is something Epicenter's done on their own, or
it's one of those things like you don't notice until you see it side by side. Maybe this is a new one. I don't know. It
is different than we normally run. I know that. I don't know if this is the new official one, but it is.
Anyway,
it might have been something
I did see it earlier.
Epicenter put together.
I saw it in the early games today, and I thought it was really cool.
I think it's much clearer to look at. I enjoy it. I think hopefully Valve listened to some of the advice that Sapphire gave in that sense.
Yes.
Because she gave a lot of good input about spectating. The other thing that wasn't mentioned that I do hope we have a smoke animation on the minimap when you bring it up. I hope they put a Molotov animation in.
That
seems long overdue. It's like the exact same thing, yet it's not there.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're right. Like, it obviously can be quite important as to what paths are blocked off and what the terrorists are, or sort of the CTs or terrorists are able to push, right? So, yeah, certainly something that could be added there. Lots of cool little ideas you kind of don't really think about that it was in that thread, actually. But looks like we've got a couple more issues here. There's one player missing from Fnatic. That was the initial technical delay I heard in my ear. There's someone Fnatic was having some issues, but we have got all 10 players on the server now, so there's a start.
Let's start.
We'll see whether they can start this one soon. So, Matthew, I guess we need to talk about the format a little bit. It's kind of similar to Program, what we normally do, but the fact is it's like, right, you've got 2 maps, you can still end 1-1, and each one counts as like a win or a loss, right? So you're actually accumulating wins or losses towards a league in a round-robin format. And we can have overtimes in this one. There's no draws, but ultimately, you're looking to get that 2-0 going forward to have a really good chance. We saw Virtus Pro take down SK. Bit of a shocking result. I guess not really shocking these days. Actually, Virtus Pro have shown themselves to be a very strong team at the moment. A little bit up and down still, but overall, that's not a crazy result.
SK. I think SK was a little bit sleepy to start it off, to be fair.
But that's the point I was making, though, right? They'll probably go through the group, and then that's when the tournament really starts. We get to the bracket stage.
Yep, I think I agree. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather get these one-sided games out of the way early. Let the teams have that shock effect early on and realize, whoa, guys, we need to smarten up. SK, I saw them all sitting together, talking for quite a while in the lunchroom before eating and going over the last 2 maps, as it were, that they lost. So I think it's very important that they get that out of the way early, get it out of the system, get the jet lag gone, and then wake up and put themselves in the mood. So Fnatic going to win the knife round. That'll put them on CT side, presumably. There are teams that do like to start T side occasionally on this map. We saw NIP do it various times. We saw TSM era Astralis do it at times. It's just a preference that a few teams have. I think NIP used to say that they could start T-side early in tournaments, early in events, especially if it was early morning in particular, because they could try and catch some teams sleeping and not necessarily warmed up.
Well then, it will be Hellraiser starting on the CT side. We'll see whether we can get into this one nice and quick. Oh, there it is. Nice. Let's do it. Well, it's going to be Fnatic on T side. We'll see what they buy. That's normally the more interesting purchase because I can actually try and speculate what they'll be doing. Okay then, so 2 smokes come in. There's going to be 3 sets of armor. There's not going to be a Superman. Wenton has got the Tech 9. Oh, there it is. Okay, gives it to Dennis. And Dennis, renowned as one of the best pistol players in the world. So keep your eyes on him and see what he can bring here. It looks like they'll be heading towards A. Normally, most teams will boost one up towards middle. That'll be that Tech 9 player. That's normally what goes down. And then he'll be coming up for the backstab. We'll see what they decide to do here. It may be an A side of the attack. We just do a smoke towards highway, a smoke on the left-hand side of the bomb site, and you're just trying to get the bomb down as quickly as possible. Dennis actually can be with the pack here, so they're focusing heavily towards A, but there is one player not boosted in the mid-warehouse. That's the Bossmeister coming for those backstabs and topping rotations from B.
Interestingly, they had an opportunity over at B inside of the checker room to boost into vents, and I thought Sticko was going to get boosted up by Zero, who elects not to. They're going to play the retake game on A, not uncommon. And they've got a kit to make it work. It's Bondic that has it. He's at truck right now, so it is close to the A side, but look at Olaf. He's already got information that one is on highway. He'll call that, gets the headshot as well, falls back, knows they've got to be rotating out of B, no boost up, and therefore no one to cut him off from that mid position. As Bondic's still waiting, and Olaf again is going to get another, but finally Zero will put him down. This will open up the rotations, but down a man early on. It makes it almost impossible to try and get inside of the site. Not to mention, they've got Dennis on the Superman strat with the Tech 9 and armor. Bomb down. He's got vision now toward Truck, and a shot coming in from Twist. They'll catch out Bondic. It'll be Zero to fall immediately after. And Dennis, he'll find the last one in Dead Fox.
Pretty dream scenario there for Fnatic overall. We kind of said how that tactic would go down, but Fnatic only had to use the one smoke there, one towards highway, and just found themselves walking onto the A side. Pretty much uncontested there. Hellraiser, like you said, going for a full retake there, but Olaf Meister shutting it down. We said he was at the mid-warehouse waiting for those players to come in. He gets towards the vent area, and they just don't have the opportunity to check it ready. He plays it to perfection, takes on that first player, and it's the thorn in Hellraiser's side. And we go to round number 2. Of course, it'll be 3 AKs for Fnatic, 2 UMPs as well. They've got enough utility to go forwards mid-control here. One player gets boosted up. There's not a full commitment in terms of the force buy from Hellraisers here, but they do get 4 Desert Eagles, no armor purchase. So that means, we talk about this a lot recently, Matt, especially in the underdog, it's probably safer to go with this and have more grenades and an AWP in your favor when you go to that first gun round, but still, the Deagles, regardless if you have armor or not, still can be very impactful on a map like Cash. Lots of angles like this one, Zero's playing to go for those headshots. Can't deliver it this time. Twist takes him down, and at this point, Fnatic don't really need to commit. They can just get some mid-control here and see what the reaction is from the CTs.
Ooh. Dennis clotheslines Angel when he walks back out for the peak. So Deagle's not able to find anything just yet. Flash off. Sticko's going to have to fall back slightly toward the forklift. Goes again, and Dennis is there. Another headshot for him on the AK, and they'll fall back slightly.
2 players remaining now for the CTs. It will be Bondic and Dead Fox. Perfect round so far for Fnatic. Only taking a couple of bullets to the chest towards Dennis there, but now bomb will be planted. They're still playing this very well. They're not fully committing. They want to make sure they don't give anything away. I like this from Fnatic. You should be treating these runs like gun rounds. Don't just feel like you can throw caution to the wind and just run in and hope for the best. Check every single possibility. Eradicate the risks. And that's what they're doing to perfection right now. The bomb will be planted. At this point, it's a matter of time before the remaining CDs go down. They're going to be discovered towards the connector here. Dead Fox does get a nice shot there towards Twist, but that's presumably all he'll be getting as the flashbangs come in. Olaf Meister finds one, but he run past the second as well. Okay. Oh. Wow, Bond, we missed that from his POV.
Yeah, he got Lekro as well, who was coming in from CT.
That wasn't part of the script.
No.
I was building that up so nicely, saying what a perfect round for Fnatic. That was going spectacular for them, but somehow those 2 players in connector elude them and managed to get up 3 frags in total. So that's actually not too bad considering the buy from the CTs.
And they had them pinched in towards Z, but the first player, I can't remember who it was, who was out toward highway. I think it was Twist, got tagged very early and put down to 5 HP, so he couldn't push them at the same time. That left it open. And like you say, Olaf, peculiar, but walks by that second player.
Yeah, I guess you just never anticipate a second player to be in that connected position after you kill one there. It's not usual by any accounts, but it's going to be an A-sided attack here once again. Molotov towards the back of this site, smokes on towards highway. You can see it's a full B stack from Hellraisers here, so unfortunately for them, this stack is going to be in vain because they'll actually be staying there for now. It's going to be poor old Angel coming from CD spawn, realizing what's going on, and they've got nothing ready to save at this point. PT50s might as well to see what you can do with the exit frags. Every kill they get will damage the economy slightly of Fnatic going forward, and considering they got 3 kills last round, any kills they can get will be valuable.
I have to laugh at Dennis. Throws the bomb over and no one gets it, so he goes back, picks it up, and instead of throwing it, he's going to throw it, or instead of planting it himself, he throws it to them again.
What?
A little bit closer. Yeah, exactly.
You will do it.
Why are you not doing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either way, Twist, 2 nice headshots with the Tech 9. We saw it. Truck, they're going to go hunting for the last 2 remaining kills. Stick go down this time. I was about to build it up like you did, Henry, and say finally they've got an efficient round, but they lose one. It's going to be Zero picking up a UMP.
Which is still a viable weapon for the CTs, believe it or not. So you'd be more than happy to use it. You can get a gun for free. Anything at this point around the UMP mark and above is great to say. If it had been like a Mac 10 or an MP7, probably wouldn't be as lucrative, but this is fine. He can throw those to a teammate who may be struggling a little bit more. You can see Angel yet to buy. He hasn't got the worst money, but I think keeping the UMP is absolutely great. And we'll see what happens here. It's going to be Dead Fox on the AWP, as we talked about before. Have they thrown away the UMP? No, there it is. Angel did take it. And Dead Fox, like I said, he's a nice assertive AWPer. His confidence and where he wants to go and find those picks. No AWP for Fnatic just yet. And we'll see what the first round brings. It looks like a nice little B play coming in for Fnatic here. Considering it's the first gun round, the city's normally weak. This is a good call. Smoke towards the main entrance and a Molotov in the checkers.
SK stickers on the AWP as he takes down Olaf. Dead Fox, we said he's good at finding those first picks. He's not as aggressive, not flashy, but he's able to get the angles and once again finds the opening pick. Sticko's waiting. Bent not busted out. He's got to go aggressive and manages to. Bomb down twice. He's going to fall away, relinquish that position. They will be able to grab it and head toward B, but good damage done early as they now have a 3-man advantage. And Sticko stays alive in that. 11 HP. That's just a menacing factor as Angel's going to wrap back around Catch Twist, who they boosted up to try and chase down the low HP player. And it's just Lekro remaining. 1 versus 5 on an AK toward the B site. Does manage at least one headshot, but it's immediately peeked back by Zero. And 3-1, Hellraisers pick up that first gun round, and not only that, they get away from that UMP by picking up an AK-47. So as you said, that any gun counts.
Yep.
Didn't have to invest. That's one rifle saved over, and now they pick up an AK to upgrade it for essentially nothing. It puts them, well, Angel in particular, at 5,400.
Normally at this point as well, Fnatic, you can normally afford one of those rounds overall. You can see, yes, they invest with 4 AKs with Lekros in, or the UMP, one of the highest fraggers for the team as well. That just shows to show Hellraiser getting those early frags on that second and third round. Actually has had some impact. Once again, let's just go back to this one. Dead Fox changing his position. He was in B last round. This time he goes towards A main. This is exactly what I was talking about. Being unpredictable, just being annoying for Fnatic and allowing them to actually have to use utility to get into key positions.
And the normal angle is to jump on the barrels and peek toward the doorway, so him just sitting slightly further back could be enough to catch them off in this position as well.
Yes, that's true.
And Venton's trying to shoulder peek toward those barrels, but again, he's not going to go. He's going to go essentially by the box before he's revealed.
Well, Fnatic with a very passive default at the moment. And Venton about to walk in exactly what you said. That's a really nice, clever angle there. He's anticipating the door being a problem as well, but he misses the shot, manages to get out of danger there, and falls back towards MBK. Lekro just had to shut the door. Didn't really work out for him. Only has the UMP to work with. That's why I guess the AWPer got away from that one. 5 and 4. Looks like a commitment. Not necessarily towards A, they actually be falling back here. The flashes come in as trying to bait out any utility from the CT. Still going to be 5 and 4 disadvantage. Twist, so he finds a headshot towards Angel. Sticko fast again from the vents. Manages to bring a man advantage back towards the CTs.
Likes not to put that Molotov out there, but he spots Olaf, and I'm not sure Olaf saw him in return. He's still looking toward the vents. Molotov completely missed. Not sure what the intention of that trajectory was, but his teammate taking damage. It's still going to be Bondic. It goes down low on 19 that picks up the kill on Dennis. And now Olaf knows there's one in behind the bags because of the counter peek. But they've got to go one-on-one in the duel. Olaf to win that. Flash comes out, dodges. And as he gets toward Highway, Bondic's going to have to rotate in behind Fork at A site because the 19 HP. Giving up that kill, goes back to a 2 versus 2 with the defense split. Bit of a problem, but right now they are going to pick the correct site because there's only one in here. Zero above the smoke, drops the bomb down, and he gets up again to find Olaf.
Like that a lot from Zero, using his smoke, right-clicking it in front of him. That actually blocks the path for Fnatic on the site, and actually they've Molotov towards headshot as well. So that's actually a really nice jump from him. They're not anticipating it. He gets a lovely angle with that smoke deployed as well. Finds the 2 kills. I was about to say, Fnatic still have a seriously strong chance going into that B site. There's only one player waiting for them as well, and a 3-on-2. Had they get that kill and the bomb down as well, the advantage goes towards them. But Zero steps up in a very crucial round in terms of the CT money and broken Fnatic at the same time. 3-2, and it's going to be pretty much full eco here for Fnatic. You can see they've got a Deagle, a PD-50, no nades. This is a pretty clean-cut round. Dead Fox this time towards middle, so he's changing his position every single time. Spots a player in the towards boost, but they'll be falling down once they've kind of ascertained the AWP will be towards that position. Now, a passive play from Hellraisers. Don't need to overcommit, don't need to be finding those first picks. You wait for the terrorist to actually commit towards the site, then you can give your calls, and that's a nice position from Sticko. Can't find the frag just yet, but some decent damage. Nade comes in from a teammate as well, so they've worked out it's an eco, and they've done a lot of damage to the unarmored terrorists here, as they will be making their towards A. The problem is, with no nades, no smokes, you're just going to be walking in at a set time and hoping for the best.
Bondic. Top wooden spots one through the door jumping. Good pickup on Twist as well, and then the rotation in behind. Red 2 for him. Angel's going to follow it up on Dennis, and Flames in the corner. Venton denied the plant. No money for Fnatic to work with in the next round. At least not. There will be some money, okay, but not the injection from the bomb, that is. So 3-3 Hellraisers. Very efficient now that the guns have been drawn. They'll buy back in Fnatic because they are on 3 rounds bonus.
What kind
A
of buy
bomb
is it?
down. Yeah, I can't quite see it. I don't think they're going to have an AWP, and I'm not sure even the utility is going to be full in this case.
We'll see what buy comes in for Fnatic. It's going to be... I have to apologise. Normally I do have a PC in front of me. I can tell you exactly what it is before. There's going to be 5 AKs. They have got smokes, but no Molotovs. A really crucial part of Cash overall in terms of flushing out the key positions towards like, the B site, back of A as well. And we'll see whether they can actually find these frags here. Obviously, Fnatic, a great team in terms of fragging capability. Lots of star players available for them. But Dead Fox this time back towards B. And no smoke to actually block his vision. He's going to get a ton of information here towards B storage. And Olaf, I think he might have showed his gun barrel there. Maybe not quite. The X-ray is a little bit deceiving sometimes. But Sticker in a good position. Pushing through the smoke. I say good. It's going to be Venton spamming the smoke and taking him down. At this point, though, Fnatic, that's the job done. They managed to get a kill at the opening start of the round. Can just slow things down, see if there is a reaction. But a nice nade towards Sunroom. Takes Olaf down towards 81. And Dead Fox seems to know he's there. Oh, definitely
yeah. Now, yep, that's easy. That little tiny tool belt. Tim, what's the saying? The Tim's tool belt in Home Improvement?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that show in about 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. Just enough to be shown. Just
Yeah.
a little packet.
You'd know all about that.
I would. I wear tool belts all the time, Henry. They're great. I carry so much utility with me. I'm packing, you could say. Zero, trying to play this correctly and dance around the approaching players inside of B, but caught out behind the boxes, twisted, beat him onto the platform. Dead Fox did respond, though. An immediate trade drop bomb temporarily, and Fnatic's yet to recover that. They have picked up AKs in this round to work with. Remember, we said the buy was going to be limited, so they've only got flashes in the post plant, but the smokes came out correctly to cover off the tree. And Venton watching back toward B main. They've got one on top of the vents. That's Dennis. And then it's Dead Fox, who's going to be the first on approach, waiting for his teammates that wants to come in from CT, the tree area.
Problem is, CT's don't have any flashbangs here. There's one incendiary. They're going to have to come in together and hope for the best in terms of the timing. Will be Dead Fox using York towards the A side. Bondic checking it towards Checkers, but 2 kills coming in favour of Hellraisers. It's just going to be Venton there. Can't hold them off, and with a lack of utility, somehow Hellraisers come out on top there. Dead Fox with 4 kills in total with that AWP. We discussed what a great addition he's been to this team so far, and it seems like every game he seems to be posting decent numbers and key frags at the start of rounds and towards the end as well. So good stuff from him. The money getting to a really promising position for Hellraisers as they find 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, that's a massive amount of bank on Bondic. 11-1 for him.
Look at these force
Post
buys from Fnatic. Yes, they're getting rifles, but at what cost? They don't have anything but 3 smokes and 1 Molotov. That's not really enough. They're going to have to go for something simple here. Looks like another B push, contact play, smoke in the front of the B entrance, and just hope for the best here. Zero won't have the ult to back him up. A sticker in those vents once again. It's actually all 5 players here from Fnatic.
Such a good retake as well. That crossfire setup coming in from tree. They got the information when their teammate went down at vents. And like you said, they didn't have utility, but they had the trades. And they had kits on everyone as well, so they took their time to set that up. Sticko's going to get 1, but immediately taken down by Olaf, and again Zero. Caught out in the same position as he gets overwhelmed. So decision-making in those panic and dire situations started to be a bit of a problem for him on the site. It gives Fnatic yet another plant on B, and this time, well, all right, never mind. I was going to say, as opposed to being in a 3 versus 3 in the post plant, it's Dead Fox. That'll find Venton. Molotov set for him. That goes back toward the bomb, flushes anyone out over toward the left of the platform, hence his position now with the AWP. And Angel's going to flash in, likely to drop down when his teammates set the same cross. He'll find one inside Checker, drop immediately, needs to get the trade, but Twist, he's found Dead Fox, and now it's on Angel. They heard him drop down. Olaf's not going to peek, smoke out in front of him, and Angel's got to go hunting. It's Twist to finally win a round for Fnatic.
Well, we said Fnatic were limited in terms of what they could bring to the table, and the default there, no nades, just 3 smokes, and that was about it. So they go towards B, all 5 players committed, locked off that initial incendiary from Hellraisers. They played it very nicely indeed. They know they'd have to get 1 smoke down, try and work the frags out. They nailed the first 2 kills, and that play from Twist at the end right there. He doesn't go for the frag, he goes for the safer play, like he said. Knowing Angel drops down, he goes towards CT spawn. They've got a nice little crossfire there, and able to shut it down, and the retake unsuccessful this time for Hellraisers. So Fnatic, after losing 4 in a row, finally get around to the board here, though. But you can see, after going down to another tense rounds, we Lekra only on the UMP. Hellraisers getting a ton of cash built up. Zero's the only one really limited here. He's got a Famas, but they have got the AWP in the hands of Dead Fox. And we'll see this flash towards A main. Amounts to anything. Angel doesn't find it, but we'll be able to fall back. It's information gathered at least.
See if they can shut them down on the A site. B, it's been struggles. They won 1 on the retake, they lost the second, the immediate after. Dead Fox again is trying to find this shot to lock anyone in toward the sunroom. It's Olaf. It's Twist, excuse me, this time. I thought it was going to be Olaf. It's Twist on the AWP. That'll be facing onto him. Bomb slowly making its way onto A. Twist is going to win that duel. Dead Fox down now. Does this influence the players inside A main to head over toward the B site, or is Hellraisers going to over-rotate on it? They go passive toward the highway position. There is a rotation from the Z connector as well. Hence why Angel's gone down highway, because he's trying to cover that off, but Dennis bluffs a shot. That's a huge problem, because now on the way through, they've lost a man. It's going to be traded out Olaf. But Bondic, he's on his own. As a result of this, they don't look, they don't check it. Why are they not clearing toward quad? And he whiffs as well, thankfully, because then Lekro can respond with the UMP. Nade set, that's going to go toward default. Lekro's low, and that's going to touch him down. As Sticko now rounds the corner from Truck. It's a 2 versus 2 again on the retake, and HP favors the Hellraiser side. Twist, great shot. That was extremely fast, considering all we saw was the foot. And that'll encourage, or rather discourage, Zero from retaking and encourage him to save.
Indeed. Well then, an interesting round in terms of what we saw in terms of the Angels there, Matt. Dennis missing an absolute sitter towards highway, and then a similar sort of procedure from the player, I missed who it was, and towards quad as well there. So an opportunity to win the round for Hellraisers towards that position, but only finds one there. The UMP from Lekro manages to save him just about. He gets taken by the HE, but Zero, the only limited player there remaining. He only has the Famous, no kit, no nades remaining. So he's just going to pick up the AWP and save there. So Fnatic, a difficult round, not the cleanest CS, I have to say, overall, but still, a round's a round, and Fnatic take the lead once again. I can't see the money. What is this? Why
I can't see the money either.
Great. Well, we're just going to have to go with this then.
It's all right, Henry.
Well, I guess they've got enough to buy.
I don't under, yeah, I was going to say, we saw, yeah.
I guess it's when it was that funny camera position, that's what we don't see.
It's a scripted, usually, camera position, so it may not get the same amount of information fed to it. Either way, I'm surprised that it's as low as it is, considering we saw that $11,000, and they've had to force out a buy and a drop to go to one UMP and a 5.7, so 2 not ideal weapons. AWP, though, still on Dead Fox.
5.7 and UMP, like you said, yes. Dead Fox needs to step up here. His position right now will be actually towards Checkers, but it's going to be Angel finding 2 kills on a 5.7. We don't see them. I assume they was through those smokers. He actually somehow manages to get 2, and that's for Fnatic. Okay, was it? Okay, looking at the dead bodies, Matt, I guess it's both towards Boost. I have no idea how he did it or how it happened, but with a 5.7, that's kind of sick.
That is super sick. Yeah.
I mean, see the angle. Okay, that's where he was. He was standing right below where that blood is. He takes 2 down. 1 has an AWP as well. Those are such valuable kills, and he stays alive. That's pretty godlike. Yeah,
unfortunately for him, none of the guns fell down. The AWP looked like it was tantalizingly close. He may have even been able to jump and click E on it, but why risk it at that point? Like you say, 2 kills on a pistol. We just talked about the buy. And Fnatic just starting to get some momentum in this game. That's brilliant. And Zero just gets into the angle inside of Vents. Doesn't fully commit to mid, but holds off. So Olaf can't get toward the ramp leading up to the vent. Venton's got to clear from highway. Bomb is mid as well. Both of them going to try and take the same approach onto A, and as soon as they do, the timing. Sticko's immediately behind them, and Bondic's just going to take them down inside of the smoke. They don't even need Sticko to peek out. No surprises needed. All 5 stay alive. Now the money comes back into play for Hellraisers.
What's weird about that is as well, when you're boosting players up into that sort of position, you're going for a face towards middle. Normally you will use a flash to bang there towards directly beneath that position. You release Molotov it. A lot of teams would just use the default flash off the top of the roof there, but I didn't see it from his POV. I had no idea what happened. Angel somehow gets 2 of the 5.7. I have to see it from his POV to actually really analyze that for you. But he did amazing work in terms of finding those frags, and a little bit sloppy from Fnatic to allow that to happen without a refrag. I guess it was the AK player that went down first, and the AWP couldn't land the shot. Does happen every now and then. But you can see now Fnatic, another difficult buy for them after losing that round pretty much without contention at all as they go into AKC. A boost with the smoke. Oh my god.
Oh, Bondic.
Does he see a little gap there in the very bottom? Does he see like a footstep?
I think it was the bottom because he didn't spot the jump. I think he must have just seen a foot.
Yeah, I think he did as well. He looked way too confident in terms of how he was pulling the trigger there. That was kind of sick. Well played. And now it's going to be a 5-on-3. Olaf Meister can probably find his kill on 0. Timing's not going to work in his favor.
He's been... Okay, he gets the kill. He wanted the knife, I think, for the sake of money in that sense, but... Zero's been struggling in that position, to be fair, to get the read right when they walk in front of this, from the front of the site. He needs to play a better angle to get information early, I think. Either way, Sticko's going to pull it back. It's just Dennis and Olaf remaining. They've got an AK and an M4. And they've grabbed the bomb, thankfully, from the front of the A site. But they're going to flash back in, go immediately onto this, and that flash was perfect. Dennis completely blinded, despite that a moment sooner he was behind the boxing coverage. 1 versus 4, 28 HP for Olaf.
Yeah,
good luck.
This isn't looking too good. Had he got that kill cleanly, in terms of that B side, like I said, he went for the knife, he could have actually had a chance of this, maybe. Obviously, 1v4, maybe a bit of a tall order, but still, he could have found a couple of kills of this. It looks like he's actively trying to do something with it. He's not just saving the weapon here. He's going towards Squeaky Door, but 28 HP, no nades. Has got head armor. We'll see what he can bring to the table.
You know what else would have been sick? Is if Olaf didn't even kill him, didn't even go for the knife, just sat, like, default where the bomb is, and said, bring the bomb over. Come on, let's go. Bring it to me. Kill him as soon as his teammate's outside the site, get the fast plant, and they have a weapon for the post plant, the retake. That could have been interesting.
That definitely could have been interesting, but I guess at that point it's just like, I can knife him here. If I get the kill quickly, you can come back with a bomb, maybe. I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, it turned around
Yeah,
either
and then
way.
he lost all the
so.
HQ, right? Oh, don't die now, Olaf. They know you're there. Oh, no.
He shuts the door, keeps them out, and there's a decent amount of time in the post rounds here. So that could have been interesting. 6-5, though, still.
Yes.
There's our money situation. 11-5 for Bondic leads the way, which is actually pretty good for him. We always talk about him being a volatile player. And Twist on 13 for Fnatic overall.
So they can buy next round. Olaf must need to try and save his M4, unfortunately. Get $2,400 in the next round. So it means they'll have 4 AKs, but if he doesn't save his weapon, which is pretty unlikely that he will, he'll only have a Tech 9. It's not necessarily like the end of the world. 4 AKs and a Tech 9 with utilities, not an awful buy, but still Fnatic, the headline here, their economy has been pretty awful overall in this first half. They're struggling every single time they actually come into these main gun rounds here. We've only seen the orb once, I think. They actually managed to pick up that round. We'll see what they can do here. Olaf Meister boosted up. No mid presence really from the CT. Just have Angel towards short there. Just showing a little bit. Just spotting a key angle, and he has option to fall back. Not too dangerous for him. And you can see Olaf just hoping the Sticker, or maybe Zero, I think this time, maybe will show from the vents. So against round number 12. Hellraisers, this is not their pick. This is a best of 2 system here. And it was Fnatic that came in with cash. And Hellraisers overpass next. I said at the start, I think they can pick up the overpass win. A 2-0 here. In this matchup, that would be an upset in my book in terms of the matchups we're seeing right now.
Yeah, that would be huge.
The
SK Virtus Pro is a little bit one-sided, maybe surprising in that sense, but I don't call that an upset.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's just SK haven't really shown it at all. That's not SK playing at that point. That was like them. Something a little bit strange today. They didn't really show up from day one, but that's can be the case for any top teams. That sometimes happens, you know. And it's just going to be a full commitment towards the A side. Bondic looking like this is a little bit too easy for him. Not really up against too much there. Olaf Meister, the only player with a weapon, finds 1 kill. That's Angel. But you can see now he'll be limited in terms of only getting $3,000. He can get a good little head armor. That's something. That's better than nothing.
Do you remember when it was 5-4 and Hellraisers had to force buy with a UMP and a pistol?
Yep.
From 11K, and now they're back at 211K. That's what Bondic had pre-buy. I mean, this is just ridiculous how much momentum they're getting. And the rounds they're winning are extremely convincing, whereas Fnatic, they're eking out every little victory they get.
What I like about CS as a whole is that Olaf Meister with that 1 kill, he wouldn't be able to have this buy last round. So he just had to get 1 kill, $300. Otherwise, he'd be on a Tech 9. Now he has a rifle. That's kind of like the kind of interesting little nuances that happen in this game. I like to keep track of, Matt.
I like that you like to keep track of it, Henry.
Yeah. Well then.
It's going to be Twist going for a boost.
You can see, once again, Fnatic, they have got 4 smokes, but in terms of what they've got out of the map this round so far, not much. They're boosting players up towards mid. That's a start, at least. But it's a passive hold from the CTs. No Molotovs available and no orb. So mid control attained, but still 2 CTs actually waiting defensively towards the connector and highway as well. This first frag, this first encounter is going to be very influential to the round.
That pipe noise is very distinctive. So if Angel's heard that, he'll know already there's going to be one up close, but he doesn't. He doesn't read it, and Venton busts out on him knowing that he was jumping on the other side. The Molotov went too deep, and now it's Bondic. Has to cover off inside of the A side alone. Venton, he's able to follow it. Take him down immediately. Good rotation from Sticko. Venton will fall, but they are inside of the side already, and Dennis on top of Red Crate will dodge the nade. Dodge the wrench, Henry. And fall down and go towards Squeaky. Bomb planted, man advantage for Fnatic, and they know there's someone toward middle, but where is he? Dead Fox. He can't find it, so he'll leave, and that's going to give Twist an opportunity for a flank. Zero shuts that down, though. Timing seems to be everything right now from Hellraisers, just catching out Fnatic, but not so to stop the bomb plant, and therefore a retake with 3 kits. Decent utility still to come in. 2 Molotovs, 1 thrown now. A second smoke still in play for Zero, if they can get that far. And they've just got to isolate behind quad. Lekro's stuck. He can't go for a peek just yet. He's been quiet in this game, but now he steps up with 1. And it's Olaf with 2 to close out the round for Fnatic.
All down to Venton there, really, wasn't it? They had a very slow passive, able to kick things off that Fnatic once again. A difficult situation in terms of the money overall. And a pause comes in, so I'll just finish my point.
That's a pause in Russian.
Is it? Where was that?
My game settings are set to Russian.
Ah, well, there you go.
Well,
yeah, we're on the same feed, aren't we?
Yes.
So... Yeah.
Anyway, we lost one, that's all.
What was I even talking about? You confused me.
I don't know, don't worry about it.
I know it was actually going to be a good one. I could feel it building up. Yes, okay, so Fnatic, once again, limited. That's been the headline of this first half. They've been just going into AKs, no Molotovs, limited on the flashbangs as well. They have to give that simple mid-control. It's a defensive hold from Hellraisers towards that area. Venton, he takes advantage of it. Here's that incendiary coming over. It's quite a loud throw on the CT side to actually get rid of one of those, and you can see it coming in. Venton decides that's the time to pounce, finds 1 kill, gets towards highway as well, finds a second. Those are the 2 kills to get Fnatic in that great position. A couple come in return, but at that point, Fnatic has set up decent crossfires on the A side. The bomb was planted in a decent position as well, and they managed to pick up round number 6. The money should be better overall. And we can see Hellraisers back again with the orb. Twist. I assume he's got to drop. I wish I had my own PC, so I could have a look. And obviously, I'd love to go over and just kind of inspect the buys in these moments, so I can kind of build it up.
We've got a timeout. Why don't you walk down to the teams?
I could do that.
Just
Hold on a bit.
Be the coach. Okay. See you in a minute, Henry. Thank you for doing that. You're so committed to the game. You're so committed.
Can you imagine? I'd run down there and said, "Guys, what buys you got?"
Yeah, what do you got?
So Twist will be the AWP. This is another discussion we have with Fnatic all the time. Olaf was the main AWPer for 1 point, and then Dennis was trying it. We always thought Twist was going to be the main AWPer. It seems to change map for map with this team, and even round for round sometimes, depending on how they're feeling on the day. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I just don't like the consistency of it. For me, it would drive me insane as an in-game leader. But obviously, this is their game. They can play it any way they like, Matt.
It's true. Angel's going to wait, reverse boost. Over the canopy he'll go, no one there. Chance to try and push through. His teammates pushed A main, so he knows they have to be to the right. He's waiting with that smoke on the mouth of the garage in middle. He's got to try and solve this himself. It's a riddle. Does he push or does he wait and try and get at least one? Well, Olaf goes down. That was successful. His wait pays off. Dead Fox, no smoke in front of the main entrance. He's got a huge gap of the one landed in front of him. Finds one, but Twist responds. And that now allows Dennis to come into play. Zero's changed his angle. We talked about his struggles. He's able to shut down Lekro. Sticko comes into it, but Dennis, he's responded to make it down to a 2 versus 1. Give himself a chance. Bomb down inside of the site. Flash through toward Tree, but they're stacking up on Heaven. They want to go together. And they now know he's below. Timing is perfect from Sticko.
Yeah, couldn't be better. As he drops down, Dennis pulls out the nade, and Hellraisers do manage to capitalize on that round. Dead Fox finding that initial first pick towards the B storage area. And you can see Twist with a nice little angle there. When the Molotov's down in the entrance, you can see the incandescence of the Molotov itself actually protects him and gives him a nice little veil. And actually manages to take that one in return. But it needs some adjustment from Zero, as you said. Manages to get them round number 14. And once again, Fnatic, after winning a couple, do go down to literally no money once again. It's going to be 4 pistols and Dennis with the AK-47 and a bit of armor as well. So that fast mid-control coming in once again. Fnatic have had reasonable success towards this area, but it looks like it should be a 9-6 in favor of Hellraisers, but we'll see. Maybe the Tech9s can deliver.
Sticko going to fade away toward the truck. M4 knows they've lost mid, so in going to truck, he's making sure they don't push all the way through towards CT. But Zero again hasn't been able to prevail. Changes his angle. Dead Fox falls in the same position, but a double headshot. Zero comes in and catches Lekro. I take it back. It was only one, but either way, Twist goes down. It's Olaf that responds, and is going to do so as well towards Sticko by just putting the flames in front of him. Dennis will bring the bomb over. Throws it across. Doesn't want to go for the plant again. Seems to not like to do so, but it's Olaf that will oblige. And Bondic just making sure he doesn't drop down, wants this angle to cover off behind the boxes. Meanwhile, Sticko's going to try and spray through on a checker. And they'll slow this retake slightly. They've got 3 kits to work with. And Fnatic, considering the momentum shifts in this game, could end this 8-7, but they've lost the first kill in the post play. The 3 versus 3 is down, but it's Fnatic to pull it back. Venton with a headshot on the Deagle. Dennis follows up on Bondic. Sticko's got it to a one-on-one, but Dennis can go for the peek. He's onto the AK, and shot successful. It will be 7 rounds in the end for Fnatic.
Overall, Fnatic, considering the start they had into this and the economy overall for them, they actually do pretty well to get to 7 rounds there. Some very close rounds with those tight buys, and it's going to be Dennis delivering the goods on the final round there. So you can see that little crossfire towards the end. They didn't have much to work with. Olaf missing a very key shot there from the bomb site itself. Can't hit it towards CD spawn. You thought the round was done, but actually working together from the checkers area, facing at the same time, and is hitting the shots required. Dennis gets them to 7th round, so still anyone's game for sure.
Very much so. I'm impressed with Fnatic's ability to be resilient in those cases. Yeah. Obviously, like I said, the rounds they were winning were very close, and they came down to some clutch situations, but the ones that Hellraiser were winning were so one-sided that the money game was never favorable for Fnatic at any point.
There was no point when they had like a full buy with the AWP. They're always clutching the straws at some point of it, whether they're lacking smokes, whether they're lacking Molotovs. At some point, they just had AKs and a few flashbangs. That was it, but they're still just about squeezing rounds out of it. After losing the pistol, they never really got their teeth stunk into it. This is their pick as well. So we're expecting them to still come back and win this one, but overall, I still feel like Hellraisers have a very strong chance. They've won the CT half here. Pistol will be very indicative as to where it's going to go once again. And I don't know, for me, some of the key players haven't shown up for Fnatic just yet. Olaf Meister, like we said, regarded as one of the best players in the world. Seems to be a little bit hit and miss with this team so far. Still hasn't really delivered to that same sort of level it used to in 2015, you know. We're still waiting for that to come back.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. I think in this game we did see some moments of brilliance from him where he did step up and kind of take the reins. Obviously that last round when he did trade in to get them into the, I think it was the round right before, I can't remember. It was around 13 or 14 when they did get into the B side as well. And he was able to get the trade kill onto Zero and then ended up planting. I think it was the last round. I don't remember, Henry. But the point is, he was very good at finding room inside sites on trades.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Here he is, the man. We're just speaking about a 5-man push from Hellraisers towards the B side. Olofmeister challenge first, can't get the initial headshot. Now in a very tough position, needs backup from his teammates, has to hide. As you can see, Hellraisers waiting for him to face once again. They're going to be committed to the B side here. The twist, he gets the first kill. Lekro chimes in as well. Looking for the third is Olofmeister, but it doesn't matter. He goes down, but his teammates have done all the work here. 4 versus 1. Bondic, the last player remaining. No bomb going down, and they know exactly where he is at this point. So just trying to find one frag for the $300. It's going to be shut down. Olofmeister takes all the attention away towards that checkers area. Twist and Lekro finding the headshots in return. So it's a bit of a gamble from the CTs to go towards that B side. They're actually committing 3 players at the start, but it's a very common position from the terrorist overall. It's quite an easy position on all the maps, really. The B bomb site, you're almost guaranteed a plant. Most of the time you're going to trade 9 times out of 10, but this time it's going to be the CTs getting a decent crossfire there. And Olofmeister, yes, he didn't find a frag, but he did a lot of the hard work in terms of staying alive.
Yeah, and now it gets a little bit scary as well, because Fnatic of old, the dominant Fnatic, was very good on this map using a double op setup. We know they still have that potential. In fact, they could, given the day, given the player, have 3 different players be in that role with Dennis, Olaf, and Twist. So there's a lot of promise if the money does finally get rolling for Fnatic. Venton's going to wait in behind Forklift. UMP and Smoke Fading just nails it onto Sticko. Headshot all the way to the back corner of A main. That'll take down one of the 3 players inside of that position. The other 2, mid and B connector, just waiting, holding to make sure there's no push through for information from the CTs, and to potentially rotate back over to B when this A plan, if this A plan fails. I shouldn't say when.
Well, to be fair, they've got no nades, and that's a huge problem on the T side if you're not force buying. You need something to work with there. The fact you haven't got armor or nades, it's going to be very unlucky to get the bomb down. Someone needs to go stick beyond belief with a Desert Eagle. That's not going to happen here. Dennis finds 2 kills with the FAMAS. Venton finds his 2nd kill of the round as well. That's the bomb plant drops. And, okay, that's what we needed at the start. Might be a little bit too late here, as it's going to be Angel. Gets 1 kill in return, but he's on 7 HP. Venton gets his 3rd. And like I said, those rounds are always going to be so difficult to do anything with, especially on the T side. There's so many areas you need to check as a team. You're going to get naded at the start. CT's aren't going to allow you to walk into the bomb sites. So, still, we'll see what happens here. Hellraisers not getting a bomb down in the first. It's interesting they didn't force up in the second. They get some pistols, but most teams, almost all of them, will force in that second round if you don't get a plant in the pistol. So maybe they're saving and hoping they get a bomb down here, give them the option to buy up in the next, but, you know. So far, so good for the CTs. 5 rifles across the board, and Dennis using this door to start to try and get the first pick. I want to cough so bad.
Do it, Henry. Take your headset off and cough.
Okay.
Like you've never coughed before. Dennis, headshot. There will be no coughing from Bondic.
Back in the room.
Okay, well, thanks for the warning. Dead Fox and Zero were tagged by that nade significantly as well. 44 and 48. Headshot it. Rather, okay, all right. I'm getting a little bit carried away with the headshot calls. Wasn't a headshot, but it's Angel down. Sticko's going to at least take Dennis out of the equation. Looked like there was ace potential with 2 players low walking toward him at that door as well if he had been able to pick them up. But it's Venton that will fire. Spam through from Twist as he's trying to get any damage in. Electro's going to push out. This should be the catch in mid. He's the only one over toward the B side, though. So if he goes down on this, if they can actually collectively push him, not only that, they're going for a boost that could go in behind him. They could rush to the B site and get a palm down. And how fitting when we're in Russia that they would rush B.
How fitting indeed. Well, Lekro will be the one thwarting this idea as he gets the first kill here, takes down Sticko. Oh, I was about to say, should be able to get the second there, but it doesn't matter. Olofmeister is there to finish things off. Yes, 2 players go down, but overall, it'll be a relatively clean round for Fnatic. It's going to be...
Well, Twist now. Yeah, I know, you did. It's fine.
It's fine.
18. You seem to have that issue with the Sennheisers, not normally with the Audio Technicas.
I just have issues in general.
We both do.
The 3-0 now for Fnatic, getting back into this after losing the pistol in the first half. Now it's going to be both teams with a pistol round in hand, and it's going to be the AWP out on Dennis. We did say they like to mix things up, and it will be him to kick things off here on Cash. On the second half, Dead Fox, of course, he'll always be the AWP for Hellraisers. As we go into the first gun round, it's going to be a pretty much hard default from them at the start. You can see the positions. Bondic, like I said, he'll be holding up with the city aggression at the start. It's the first gun round. You're never really sure what's going to come against you on either side. CTs have the option to push. The terrorists could go for a simple play like Fnatic did on the first half, go for a straight up B play, trying to catch someone out of position when they're on a lower buy, perhaps. Nothing's really stabilized by round number 4, but let's see what happens here. No one committing just yet. Twist in a dangerous position, some would say, towards sandbags. You're very vulnerable to the Molotovs, but we'll see whether he can stay alive. Here's Dennis. He's got an aggressive position towards A main.
Olaf. Smoke. Looks like he wants to go through that flash in. We're not going to see it. Actually, he likes not to, so... Some foresight from the observer. Wallace Smokes, you call these the crisscross because of how they're thrown.
Yeah.
They haven't exactly taken full advantage of them. They've gotten toward the vent at least, but they haven't gone through it. And Twist still has an opportunity to find one. Waiting at the cubby. I cross him over now. It's Angel, the one to go late. An inside vent broken out. They can't spot from Highway. It's going to be a full push onto B. Twist. Oh, nearly catches out Angel, but he responds in time. Headshot from the AK. Venton's got one inside of the site, but Olaf, he's got to set the cross. He's got to be the second man in the equation. Damage nearly on the lineup, and Dead Fox finds the entry on Lekro. Both of them go down without a single kill, and Dennis, it was on, but the box was in the way, so the bullet will not go all the way through to find Bondic, and it's going to be a retreat from Fnatic immediately.
That's pretty much as textbook as the Counter-Strike round on Cash gets for the terrorist side. Like you said, those crisscross smokes, which means you just do a wall of smokes towards middle, taking vision away from the CTs there. You get control and you're going into a B split at that point. You find that first frag in a fantastic position, which they do as well. And with Dead Fox, the AWP as well, and they actually managed to hold the flanks. Pretty much everything going perfectly for Hellraisers there. And Fnatic with no choice in a 4-on-2 to even try and attempt that retake. They might as well save the AWP, save the M4 and a little bit of diffuse kit they've got as well at Deagle. It's not a great start in terms of the first gun on Fnatic, but they should have residual casualty saved weapons going forward. But like I said, pretty much as good as it gets for a T-side. Basic approach to the map in terms of, like, there's no fakes thrown in there, there's no crazy execution. It's just pretty par for the course and doing it very well.
So 9 rounds for Hellraisers, their first of the second half picked up. 10 for Fnatic, only picked up the post-pistol rounds, but it was enough to give them the lead, and now they can start to build into this again. One round, we talk about this, quick little reset, it's only 3 rounds, but it is early on, so the money's not built. It could give them enough to push them far up toward 12 rounds and be a little more comfortable in the situation. Dead Fox forced out of position. Look at the amount of flames.
Yeah, and it's a double up setup this time for Fnatic as a whole. So you can see Dennis, he's aggressive once again towards the A story. I think it's a similar story for Olaf Meister. You can see now Twist isn't even AWPing. Even though he's AWPing on the T side, they've got 2 AWPers here on the CT that's not even involved. Well, he's not even involved, sorry. So that's just an interesting note I find so strange for this team, but it seems to be working. They're all very competent AWPers as a whole, obviously, but it's just a little bit mind-blowing how they kind of organize themselves, but we'll see what happens here. As we go into round number 20, it looks like it will be an A-sided swing from Hellraisers overall. They're starting to get away to his position. Can they actually negate Dennis here? Decent flashman comes in, that's designed to actually get him out of position, and he has to turn from the flash, and Dead Fox is waiting for his return. And at this point, they can slow things right down. They've got the man advantage, and like we said, it's one of those maps for the CDs. They need to be reacting, they need to be trying to work out what's going on all sides of the map. They still have 2 players on the B side as well, so if Hellraisers were to go right now, they could actually find themselves with quite an open bomb site. The players are starting to rotate in.
Molotov to counter the push through to Forklift, but the Molotov's on the left side over toward Quad. A flash to slow them down. It was a little bit early. It doesn't matter. Venton's going to pop out too, bomb included. AWP from Dead Fox just barely misses the shot onto him behind the box, but it's Angel instead. We'll pull the headshot to make sure the plant ensues, and therefore it's a man advantage in post plant, but Olaf takes that away. Lekro stuck on Highway. He's anticipating one more toward mid, and he's right in doing it, but his timing is off because he expects that at that point, he must have gone elsewhere toward A main. It's going to get him caught off guard by 0, and a missed shot from Olaf jumping over top of E-Box is going to make it 10-10.
Another classic round there from Hellraisers. Full default at the start there. Just waiting for any CT aggression coming in. Any sort of little tells they can take away from the round. And at that point, they decide to go towards A. They flash into A store. That's what Dennis is waiting for them as well. Dennis has to make a decision at that point. Does he say, did he try and turn the flash and surprise them? He does indeed, but it's just good timing from Dead Fox there. He knows the flash won't be blinding him. He's ready for the reface from Dennis. He gets taken down at that point. Pretty simple execution towards the A side, just smoking towards Highway. Flashes a Molotov towards the bomb site, and the CT's doing a reasonable job there, but 0 coming in for the backstab from middle, actually managing to shut it down towards the end. It's a full eek enough for Fnatic. After getting the 3s on the pistol, the first 2 rounds go in favour of Hellraisers, and the money is broken for the Swedish side. Going to have, what have they got? P250 at Deagle. That's about it. They're not pushing either. No real stacks coming in. It's 2-on-2 setup. And at this point, Hellraisers don't really see too much. They're just going to be holding back, and once again, just slowly but surely dissecting the map as a team and then executing together, just treating it like a gun round. Don't give anything away. Don't try and save utility. Use it if you have to. Eradicate the risk potential from the CTs there.
Angel slowly checking in toward the lockers. Flash in. Dennis caught. Gets in behind the fork for safety. Nick tries to catch him, but a smoke out means he can cross over, and Angel flashing in is going to try and push back in. Dennis sees that coming, gets turned around in time. He still has to hit a headshot with that USB as Venton tries to do the same with the Deagle over top of the red crate, and Heats come in 8 HP for him. The Molotov to his right, he's got to push even further over away from it to make sure the flames don't extend that far, because one tick would take him down. They have rotated in a second player twist toward that fork. They're going to try and catch them. Low HP,
Oh,
bombs
no.
down. AK's not grabbable, but this will slow the retreat from Hellraisers. And Dead Fox, although he hits the shot, has to go back toward it. Second player down. Olaf pushes in. He's going to take down Angel as well. Now there's a chance. As Olaf's got the EWP, Lekro gets caught before he can arrive. And thankfully, that leaves the AK on the ground. But that got sloppy, all on the kill on the bomb.
That timing. What can you do about that one? I guess at that point, the Hellraisers getting a bit ahead of themselves to the retreat. Yes, they've taken a lot of damage at the start. They want to get out as quickly as possible. The timing does not work out. That the bomb's the last player to leave, and that's the worst when they go down in that scenario. Can't find anything from it. And he drops, and Olaf Meister with the 2 low HP kills as well. Ultimately, Hellraisers do win the round, but it's been very expensive for them. It's going to be round number 22 here. No orbs available for Fnatic. They went from that single orb setup to the double. Now it's not going to be one available at all. 5 rifles, and he got 1 kit as well. No incendiary grenades. So Hellraisers in a great position here to actually keep applying the pressure in terms of the economy. They have to lead for now, 11-10. As we go into another aggressive play here. Dennis boosted up. You see Venton, he's towards A main. He's trying to show there is a player present here. Nothing's changed. I'm showing he's not trying to get a kill right now. He's just trying to show he's there. So that actually takes away the chance of Hellraiser checking that boost position.
Twist. Waiting for them to push through toward the vents, not facing in toward the big garage at mid. And Angel, he's going, but Venton's playing a similar position to where we saw the AWP.
Because he hasn't seen him cross over, right?
Yep.
He could get the drop, and Angel could have the drop on him if he faces one more time. Oh, there it is. Timing's just about mean he can get away with it, but that's enough. Like I said, Venton just wanted to show he's there. He's done that now. They probably won't check the boost. It's still obviously a possibility, but it certainly has given them more of a chance. Dennis doing something fantastic with his position.
Massive gap in that smoke. Angel's going to try and take advantage toward the forklift. He should get a
Still
lineup
Dennis.
for the Molotov. That'll flush him out, and now it's Dennis to come in. Hits it, bomb down. And he'll drop, change it immediately onto the barrel, so when they come in, they cross their placement. He's hoping will be high, and they'll be able to capitalize, but he goes in flash. On Angel means that he has to lose his teammate before he can respond. Olaf does get 0 down, but it's going to be Angel again. Second kill for him, now to 1 versus 2. Didn't collect the bomb on the way through. He's gone to the left behind the forklift. He's trying to catch them off before grabbing it. And now silently he'll go toward it. Venton's low in this.
Yeah, the problem with silence right now, 10 seconds, and still has a lot of work to do here. There's a CT waiting on the site. Pretty much can't win this round at this point. Has to go for the plant, taken down. So nice work from Fnatic overall there. We kind of built it up quite a lot as to what was going on in terms of that boost, and Venton baiting him in. It works out very nice indeed. We just caught Dennis' point of view. He did, and he had no one looking at him whatsoever. He gets a very valuable kill, then flashes himself in towards A main. Yes, he goes down, but he finds a kill in return. I hit your favorite scoreline now, Matt. It's going to be 11-11.
It is.
Make your wish, Hellraisers, because you're on a limited buy now. It's going to be Sticko with just a Tech 9, bonded with Galil as well. It's enough to win a round, but it's just so limited. But you can see at this point, Fnatic, with only 1 round in the bag, it's definitely justified. If they can win this somehow, it's going to be such a hard reset for the CTs, and it's going to be a simple B play coming in as well. Can Olaf step up?
Olaf down immediately. Couldn't find it. Flash came in. He lost track of his bullets. Micro did get the trade, but he's now limited in the back of the site. They're going to try and force him out. He's played this well. He's bought this off, so he knows there's one already crossed over. The problem is that the one crossed over is segregated from his teammate, so 0. He needs to find this angle on his own, and he manages to do so. That'll give him the bomb plant as well at default. Taps it to anticipate exactly that. A Molotov coming through, and he'll change his position a little bit closer up, so they won't be able to cover it off as easily from B main, but Bondic, he'll rotate around to catch Twist coming through the vents. With that down, Sticko can now watch behind toward the tree. Venton's in, but only toward the headshot. It's Dennis instead that's more threatening. As he manages to drop down, he'll get toward Checker. Missed shots, Bondic down and out, and Dennis is going to capitalize. Bondic has to be kicking himself after losing that round.
Yeah, Bondic didn't even have to commit to that, but he goes for it. Should be a simple kill, to be fair. He completely fluffs it. And Dennis with 7 HP, you have to say as well, the player on the bomb site, he should at least be hitting 1 bullet there. My God. If we do have replay potential, please can we see that again? I'm not sure we do, but still, that was pretty nuts. Dennis had no grounds to win that round whatsoever. He's in a crossfire, the bomb's down, the terrorist got a shot in the back as well. Yes, sometimes they can be the hardest ones, but I don't think there was an excuse. It's such a crucial round as well. That would have been Hellraiser's ticket to winning this first map there. That would have been a hard reset for Fnatic. They would have had nothing to work with getting to this round, but Dennis delivers a performance, maybe with a bit of assistance there from Hellraisers in terms of the shots in the back, but still they managed to pick up the round. Hellraisers going for another force buy here. It's going to be 2 AKs this time, 2 Tech 9s, and committing fully towards the A side of the map. You can see though, Fnatic 2 players waiting for them, and a third towards high, but it's going to be a fast execution, and Benson wide to receive as they make their way to the A side.
And a pick up from Dennis, 2 already, 3 now as well as Sticko's going to fall. We snapped away. It made me believe that he'd gone down, but in the obituary, his name reads supreme. Finally falls to the Tech 9 and Olaf. He's there to get him. Electro trades on Twist. 13-11 Fnatic, and Bondic, what a pivotal moment to miss a shot.
Yep, I was about to say, that's actually the moment that probably cost them this map. I don't normally make sweeping statements like that, but that actually could be it. That's huge. In terms of like making the CDSP onto an eco.
And credit to Dennis as well. In fairness to Dennis, he snapped from one to the other very fast. That second shot was impressive, but he never should have been in a position to hit it.
Exactly. He shouldn't be alive there. That's just a shot. Like, we can talk about it for quite a while as to how difficult it is, but at this level, shots like that, you're gifted them sometimes. And Dennis came back. It looked like Dennis ran out of the way. Dennis got tagged by the Galil, had to stop, turn around, then kill him. It wasn't like it was an instant kill either. There's just like 20 bullets missing from Bondic there. But let's get back into this one. It's still going to be 4-4. Fnatic, like we said, gifted potentially this map after that round. It's going to be a 4-4 with pistols only for Hellraisers. Angel, though, doing some work here with the Desert Eagle, finds his second kill of the round. All of Mice are going out towards Carter. Looks like Angel wants more here as well, and might just get it as he spots one towards Highway.
Well, Venton, who he was trying to take down, manages to find Zero inside of the open doorway. Bondic's known to be rather emotional, shall we say, in these situations, so chance that he could be off his nerves now, but Angel, great shot. Your reaction says it, takes the head off Twist. Bondic is going to follow up. Wenton's gone down. It's on to Lekro, 1 versus 3. M4 in hand. Has a kit to work with as well as one smoke. If he can get that far, facing out, it's low HP. Can't find the shot. Now he's vulnerable, left in the open. Switches to the pistol, and down he goes. Bondic. Fitting perhaps that gets the kill, but that might just be enough to save Hellraisers.
Just about. You can see that's what I was talking about. Fnatic's money was on the cusp of being broken, and maybe Hellraisers have been given a lifeline back into this one. It's Angel who doesn't want to go down without a fight here. He finds 3 kills, 2 of which were very impactful at the start of the round. Both had shots. He gets the 3rd as well, and Fnatic now they're in the hot seat because they're actually going to have P250s and Deagles, and I think the loss opponent's only be a second stage next round, so they can't actually afford too much. This could be Hellraisers getting the lead once again. That was another huge round in terms of this first map. It's going to be the all picked up by Hellraisers. They have got a UMP, but that's fine. I have to say, Lekro, for me, like one of the players we talk about a lot on this team, he's been
quiet.
Very, very quiet indeed. Like normally one of the biggest fraggers for Fnatic, or around number 26 now. I think he has 7 frags. I think I saw 6 a few rounds ago. I assume he got 1 more since then. But still, that's a very poor performance from him so far. And we've seen him have opportunities to get frags. He doesn't seem to be landing the shots. Well, here we go then. The full eco for Fnatic as the mid-commitment from the terrorists comes in. They're going to be getting this mid-control. Don't need to rush towards the side. They still have 1 minute and 10 to play with here. Smoking off towards Connector. Check the sandbag, check Highway, and let's see what's available for you. You can see it's actually a 5-man stack now from Fnatic towards the B side. So definitely don't want to go there. It would be a little bit of an overcommitment for Bondic to go into this position, but they're going with the UMP first to see if they can find the frags.
Drop down, Angel sweeping back out. It's Bondic instead, but nice shot from Dennis. The pistols again, making their presence known. P250 from far this time, and Venton's got one with the Deagle. No. It could be the same in reverse. It's only man advantage. They did lose 1. It's Lekro gone, and Dead Fox will find Dennis to make it 3 versus 3. And they've got the HP advantage back now on the Hellraisers side. The one thing they don't have is the bomb toward Checker.
Well, that's probably given away. A B stack has come in that kill there, so they're not going to be fully committing. The bomb's still down in a horrible position, like you said. Dead Fox, though, he's in a tough one, but Sticko's there to bail him out. Gets 2 kills with the AK-47. Now it's just all off. So what seemed like a very scary situation is neutralized by Hellraisers overall. The first 2 frags coming in favor of Fnatic there, but it's slowing things down. Like I said, maybe a bit of an overcommitment there. You have no idea what's on the other side. You've got no one in B storage. You have full mid control. They run in there without having the split at all from the connector from the B storage area. I thought that was a bit of an oversight, but still, they managed to win the round, so no harm, no foul. And it's going to be Fnatic. Like I said, not much money going into this round. 2 UMPs, no ops, 3 M4s. They have got utility. That's why they've gone for the UMPs here, but still a very difficult round overall. It's a full buy from Hellraisers. As we get to the closing sectors here of the first map of this best of 2. I still feel like Hellraisers have a huge advantage. This round pretty much decides that Twist goes down to 22 HP. 15 makers and nades seem to be raining towards mid. And no one committing heavily from the T side just yet. They have got some room control. A little bit of damage done towards mid as well, but only 1 player towards mid for the CT. That's Twist, and he's the low HP player as well. Another 2-1-2 setup here.
Molotov goes counter boost. Venton waiting to throw a nade out toward anyone who climbs the top. It's going to be Angel. Ascending on high, as always.
At this point, they've boosted 1 player towards middle. He doesn't necessarily have to go with that one. We talked about it in the pistol as well. He can hold for flanks, and when his teammates go towards the bombs, they can stop rotations. See whether he wants to go for the control here. It looks like he will be Actually going in aggressive, believe it or not, by himself, it seems. He gets that first frag, a good one of that, and his teammates now, once again, mid-control picked up. They've taken down Twist, who I assume they knew was low, considering that play. And now they still have plenty of time there. 35 seconds. It's starting to get a bit worrying, but they're going for another B split here, which has been good for Hellraisers so far. Players this time towards B storage and the vents. It's not a full commitment. The flashbang comes in. It's a good time for them to go in together. Now it's up to Lekro. Said he's had a poor performance so far. Can he deliver in this very crucial setting on the B side?
Olaf's trying to use these smokes to his advantage. Somehow gets through the edge of them, but blinded up on arrival. It's Sticko that's got him at generator. That'll allow them to wrap toward headshot. Covers off Lekro inside of the site, but Sticko's going to fire through his teammate to do it, and down goes Bonding, so call it a trade. Dennis falls to 0, though, immediately pushing through rather aggressively from Tree, and suddenly it is just Venton in a 1 versus 3. Bomb down, relatively open plant. Venton, he's going to have to play the long game. They're going to concede. They're going to give back the advantage after we talked about that shot from Bondic. And it's Hellraisers that somehow survive after the eco.
Well then, Fnatic there. Another difficult round in terms of the buy. 2 UMPs, 3 M4s. Not all the nades you need to actually hold off at a full execution there, and you can see mid was a problem. It was just Twist there by himself. He was just pinning himself in a one and done position at that point. He got taken down to 15 HP at the start of the round. He thinks, okay, I'll tuck myself in this corner. If I can just get one frag in the intel for my team, that could be enough. Unfortunately for him, Angel, who seems to be stepping up in the real late stages of this game, finds that first kill, and they go into a nice B split at that point. CT just couldn't hold it off. They've got Lekro, who's having a poor game overall. He's only got the UMP. Olaf there, perfect flashbangs from Hellraisers, shut him down. And what's the play here from Fnatic? The force buy. I was about to say they've got a decision to make here. Do they go in for the buy now and deny the match point from Hellraisers? They play the long game, allow them to go for round number 15 and then go in with the full buy afterwards. It looks like the former. So UMPs come out of Famas and an M4. Definitely possible. We saw Hellraisers do it in the first half, but we'll see whether Fnatic can deliver similar results. Lekro just in the 5-7 this time. 2 UMPs and Wenton, the only player with the M4A4 in hand. Round number 28. This is much closer than anticipated. Hellraisers actually the advantage here. Dennis trying to do what he can, but once again, sprayed through the smokes. Angel takes him down, and it seems like Hellraisers is so good at getting these opening picks on these T rounds. It's so beneficial for a T side there. Like we said, it's a very reactive map from the TTs, and if Hellraisers can get that early pick, especially when they know the TTs are low on money as well, you just hold up, you wait, bleed them out on the utility, the very limited utility they'll have, stick together, and then go to full execution using the numbers against them. So Olaf Meister now tries to reposition himself towards the B storage here. Does he go more aggressive than he already is, though? That's the question. Knows he needs to find a frag. He needs to be challenging for something. Right now, they've got nothing to work with.
So Angel, again, the one that's going to be boosted up as Olaf pushing through. Wants Lekro to flash him further around that corner. Instead, it's a smoke. He wants to push it as well. Flash counters him off, and he'll go. His teammate there, nearly dead, Fox through to 2, but can't find the lineup. Pistol will take down the low HP and Olaf, but Lekro's going to respond. However, his response thwarted by the fact that Bondic was not far from his teammate's aid, and as such, coming back around the corner, it's down to just Twist. 1 versus 3, and that point potentially for Hellraisers. Good shoulder bait out from Bondic. They know exactly where Twist is.
Yeah, not really much Twist can do here, I'm afraid. Yes, he might get this one kill, but that smoke's actually very well placed, and it will be this frag that will decide what happens. He gets an AWP, okay. He saved that would be good, but not meant to be. Bondic takes him down, and there it is, a match point picked up by Hellraisers there. 15-13, the money, I think it's only a fourth stage loss bonus, I beg your pardon, and they're only be able to get Famuses, UMPs, Deagles, and a CZ, it seems. And so fourth stage loss bonus, not like the T side, you get the bomb down, that's fine, but the CT, it's a different kettle of fish, I'm afraid, and you're going to have limited buy. So after the fourth and the last, it's Fnatic now. In a very tough position indeed. That's been the headline of this match so far. The T side, though, struggling with money. Same story here towards the end of the CT side as well. It's been a very close game, but every round they're getting, they seem to be really having to dig so deep for it. But can they hold off a couple more? UMPs need to step up, and so do these pistols. Dolphmeister pushes in towards B storage. CZ is ambitious, but if there was a player to do it, it'd be him.
Angel. Zero. Let's just say the names.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that your style?
Olaf. Yeah, into or B. He's got the CZ75 in hand. To be fair, it is his style. It's a minimalist style. Hasn't really been brought over to Counter-Strike yet, but we'll get there.
One day.
Sticko with the AK toward mid as well, as trying to play off of Angel, who clears out close. Molotov to vents, make sure no one can push up and catch them off, and then Sticko waiting, finds Twist.
So good at getting these first picks. I think I've said it every single round here on the T side. So Hellraisers is looking incredibly efficient in that respect, getting good mid control, fragging together, making sure refrags come in. It's actually been pretty impressive to watch here. We said they've been getting better and better. I wanted to see it on land before I get my final verdict. But this has been impressive overall. Quite simple Counter-Strike in terms of what they're actually bringing to the table, but just doing it very well.
It's going to be Angel to find Olaf, catches him off as he looks back down. Benton's at least made something a case in this because bomb dropped. It's given Dennis a chance, can't find the second, and Dead Fox pops back out. Tech9 to take him down, so it's pretty much over at this point. Lekro pulls a nade, realizes Angel's close, gets the gun drawn, but that's to no avail. 16-13, Hellraisers take cash from Fnatic.
That was Fnatic's pick. This is a best of 2 format, and we move on to Overpass next, which is really interesting because that's where I actually favoured Hellraisers overall in the series. I thought Fnatic were going to take cash, but the T side, you could see them struggling, Fnatic there. The buys over and over again. Yes, they got 7 rounds total, but they had to work so hard for them. None of them were convincing. Came down to lots of one-on-ones and some tight clutches as well. Angel, I would say he probably saved them this game. That key round towards...
Considering Bondic nearly lost it for them.
The mid-stage is the second half there. Bondic with that spray in the back, that was a bit of a horror show. Angel had to step up himself. He finds him around with just the pistols there. 3 kills with the Desert Eagles and Hull. So for me, like I said, I think I was calling the game was over at that point. I thought, well, they're done for now.
And look what happened, Henry.
Well, that's good. That's
analyst predictions,
that's
caster
right?
predictions. It's true. No, I agree.
We say that's exciting now. When something against all odds happens, that's what makes good CS entertaining CS.
I would agree with that. And it has been unpredictable as of late. And I think that's one of the best reasons why people watch Counter-Strike right now, because no one knows what's going to happen at any time on the day, including the analysts say, I have